Rwanda, DR Congo signed 3 bilateral agreements. Ministers from Rwanda and the DR Congo on Saturday, June 25th, signed 3 key bilateral agreements as the two countries look to further enhance trade and diplomatic ties. This happened during a bilateral meeting held between President Paul Kagame and his host Félix Tshisekedi at the Goma Serena Hotel in Goma, capital of DRC, North Kivu province. A bilateral investment threat, a double taxation avoidance agreement, as well as a MOU on a mining concession. We were the 3 agreements signed by the two countries' ministers and witnessed by 3 respective presidents at the hotel located on the shore of Lake Kivu. The agreement was signed shortly after 2 read-ahead tents that lasted nearly an hour inside the white tent. Afterward, the president held a joint press conference in which they emphasized the need for enhanced bilateral cooperation for the benefit of the two countries' people. Kagame said they had broad and productive exchanges in issues that will benefit their respective citizens. We signed a number of agreements, and I believe this is just the beginning. There were many areas in which we can cooperate to build a solid relationship, but also best for the cooperation, Kagame said. Among others, Tshisekedi noticed that they were keen on checking non-traffic barriers and food in effort to improve cross-border trade. Kagame was on Saturday received by Tshisekedi in Goma as he paid a reciprocal visit following the later visit to Rubavu, Rwanda. On Friday, Tshisekedi was received by Paul Kagame at La Queen one-stop border post. The two heads of state proceeded to tour the city of Rubavu and assess the damage caused by recent earthquakes, which followed by Nyiragongo volcanic eruption. In Goma, the president also visited the area damaged by the Nyiragongo volcanic eruption before they had bilateral talks. Mount Nyiragongo in East DRC Congo is one of the world's most active volcanoes. It erupted last month, sending panic residents of the city of Goma fleeing to other places in other countries as well as into Rwanda. Mount Nyiragongo is in East DRC Congo. Mountain Nyiragongo in East DRC Congo is one of the world's most active volcanoes. It erupted last month, sending panicked residents of the city of Goma fleeing to another place, their countries, as well as into Rwanda. Last month, evaluation of situation by the Rwanda Environment Management Authority (REMA) following the eruption of Nyiragongo ruled out exposure of gas on Lake Kivu. Strategic trading partner DRC Congo is Rwanda's strategic trading partner, being the main destination for the Rwanda's informal exports. In a recent past, the country have been, among other, exploring opportunities for joint investment projects and strengthening trade of goods and services between the two countries. Earlier last year, President Tshisekedi met Rwanda's the main Minister of Trade and Industry, Saleh Hakuziyaremi, also with the Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Vincent Biruta in Kinshasa to discuss ways in which the country can increase their economic and trade ties. Discussion at the time were in line with the vision shared by President Paul Kagame that inherently at intra-African trade be pursued in view of Africans' continuing free trade areas. If IFCFTA started for trading launched earlier in July 2021. Before the COVID-19 pandemic hit, trade between Rwanda and DR Congo had been growing at the double-digit rate annually since 2012. In April 2019, Nation carrier Rwanda launched its major commercial flight to DRC at Kinshasa, the international airport, boosting business and threatening commercial ties between those two countries. Peace and security. Besides enhancing bilateral economy and trade ties, even since he came to power, Tshisekedi put emphasis on peace and security. His vast country is home to military groups, including those that originated from Rwanda. Intelligence officers from both countries regularly share information as the Congolese army continue to battle those military groups that are against the security and peace across these two countries. Tshisekedi on Saturday stressed that those two countries have lost so many years due to tensions, that instability, not that enough is enough. We got to fight against those who cause instability here in our countries. It is a time to enjoy the fruits of peace and security, and he said, We won't stop here. This is just the beginning. My principal priority is to develop friendly relationship with a neighbor. We have so much to gain by working together, Tshisekedi said. During his time, among others, Tshisekedi particularly decided that east of his vast country must be purged of FDL, enemies of genocide army and military that are perpetrating the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda. He got to fight against them seriously to move them in the Congo territories. Congolese army has in the past 2 years moved in decisively and battled anti-Rwandan military, including the FDL and other splendid group based on there. President Kagame noted that his Congolese country partner put sense of urging to the problem of security and insecurity that he been going on so far years. 100 of military fighters were captured and reported to Rwanda, while others are killed in a battle with the Congolese army. 100 of the civilian dependents have also been returned home, rehabilitated and reintegrated into society. The lack of security and peace and stability cannot be things that are going to be a permanent. Kagame said, explaining why the two countries resort to cooperate in dealing with the low cause of insecurity and instability. It is easier if all of us working together. That's how the conversation ends during the virtual commercial happening in the process of visiting the country President Tshisekedi coming in Rwanda, President of Rwanda getting into Congo to have all the agreements and bilateral talk for the benefit of civilians as well. And we are looking at how they can really be into the problem to find the solution of it. As we have had this story, it's really well written video and shows you how much preparation to remove relationship was. Hopefully, we're expecting that the real words of men should be into the practice. People are really been long now wait to see peace coming back, security coming back, and trade be resumed to bomb, and then all the life expectancy and the lifestyle can get into high and not to slow down.